Decided to do a little bit of a walk around to see how we're doing on road repairs in this area. I'm outside Grovelands on the Yarnton Road at the moment. It's interesting that we've had quite a bit of white lining going on. There's also a few areas where we've got little markings on the road that it looks like perhaps this area is actually going to get some resurfacing, which is needed quite drastically for quite some time. But usually all they put down here is a coating of tar and some gravel, which tends to just basically mess everybody's car up. It doesn't actually solve the underlying problems here, which is that the road surface itself is fairly badly degraded underneath. As we can see, the white lining only went so far. I'm a bit further up, just past the bus stop, and back onto the infamous bit of road that I highlighted last year when the county council decided to put some lines down and some signage for what's supposed to be cycle paths. This actually is a cycle path, believe it or not, although anybody who cycles on this bit has to take their life in their hands. As I said last year, instead of actually fixing the road surface and making it suitable for cyclists, the county council literally painted over the cracks. You can see this here. Just beyond where we've had the lovely freshly painted white lines, the road surface itself is falling to pieces. It's been patched and patched so many times it's difficult to tell which bit was the existing road and which bits are patching. We're on Sandy Lane now. I thought it was worth having a look on this road. It's the road I live on, and I've never seen this road ever being resurfaced in the 28 years that I've lived here. We have the same problem that the road surface is very, very broken up at the edges, which is probably not going to be so much of a problem for car users, but for cyclists. They have to either actively dodge the potholes or risk going over their handlebars. Now outside Broadfield Road, which is a relatively new development. I say relatively new, it's been here about 10 years, and it's some fairly high value houses here, but they are faced with an absolute disaster of a road outside this area that they regularly have to navigate, and I actively see people as I come down this road driving around the potholes. There we go, you'll see this. This is the kind of road surface that the residents of Yarnton and Begbroke and Kidlington, as we saw earlier, have to put up with under this council. Absolutely destroyed road surface. I mean, appalling state this road is in, and it's never received any attention. And I'm here at the top of Yarnton Lane on the final part of my whistle-stop tour of the road repair horrors of Kidlington, Yarnton and Begbroke, and we're here to look at this pothole in the middle of the roundabout at the top of Yarnton Lane and Sandy Lane, which is actually so famous. It's on my GPS mapping app that I use on my phone when I'm in my car. It's actually got a lot worse over the last few months, probably because the weather's been so cold. But it was a single hole at one point, but it's now turning into something of a trench. And we've also got some more holes in the road. I noticed that again these roads were recently relined, but they stopped fairly short of this part of the road. Maybe because they didn't want to be accused of painting over the cracks again, but there are plenty of cracks to paint over, as you can see. Another example of how well our current county councillor looks after this area. I would say not particularly well, but then he doesn't live here. I do. So if you want your roads maintained, then you need a local county councillor, and I think I would fit that bill.